started cooking with my dad at 6 years old, just helping him to chop some onion, garlic, cutting some veggies. And then about 9, I can cook a meal for them. When I was small, I thought that Macanese cuisine, like what we are eating or how we celebrate, every family did the same, but that is not. I realized that it's different culture, we have a different cuisine. This is really unique.
I got in the culinary field, I think it's after my retirement here in Macau. Macanese cuisine is part of my culture. It's a traditional cooking that I really want to preserve. Nowadays, everybody wants to get involved in the Macanese cuisine to open a Macanese restaurant. It's very common to say Macanese cuisine is a fusion food, but we have to say fusion is not confusion. If we want to do the traditional one, we have to do the traditional one.
Should young chef innovate Macanese cuisine? To innovate it, first we have to understand the culture. You are still using the same concept and the method will be changing, but also maintain the heritage or the core in the Macanese cuisine. I think we should talk to the older generation first, and then you understanding how the dish comes from. And you can put your family recipes, make it your way, like how every family got their different recipes, like balichang. Personally, I prefer not to put little shrimp as I would like the balichang to taste fresh.
This is my inspiration. If I'm not mistaken, this book will date back of 1872. And just help me to explore a little bit more about the classic and the traditional recipe. We have to find out the balance of the flavors. It's not to put all in the same pot, all the flavors. Let's say the lakasa. If you do the stock of the shrimp stock, you will see the shells and the heads of the shrimps. You will use your onion peels to put inside your stock to enhance the flavor of your stock. So I'm going to explain how to make the sopa lakasa. For the broth, let it caramelize all together, and afterwards we're going to add in water. Let it simmer for 1 hour more or less. In parallel, we can saute the prawns with some shallots, garlic, and onion. Of course, we do have some balichang sauce because balichang sauce is the soul of the soup. Once the broth is ready, we can add in the vermicelli and the shrimps. We let it simmer for a while, and after that, we can garnish with some spring onion on top, and we can serve.
Of course, different generation will have different presentation, and also the recipes, some of them might be remain and some of them might be changed. This is my take on the sopa de lakasa. Peel the prawns and butterfly it. Save the shell for the stock and save the head for the garnish. Preparing the stock with the prawn shell and put the white wine to increase the flavor. This is the stock for sopa de lakasa. Nowadays, customers have more expectations, so I've added some texture to this dish by frying the rice vermicelli, which later will be used to garnish the dish. Saute the onion, chili pepper, garlic, ginger, and the main ingredient, balichang. We add the prawn and the Chinese white wine and let it flame. Add the stock, rice vermicelli, place the fried rice vermicelli on top of the noodles, and the sopa lakasa is ready to be served.
The future of the Macanese cuisine, I found it is very challenging and then very interesting, because cooking at my place and in the restaurant is totally different. The most challenged part is how can you preserve the consistency of the flavor, preserve the Macanese taste.
The customer will expect more and more. You have to giving different colors, like different textures, or maybe different cooking methods to giving more contrasts from the dishes, but the flavor should be still remain the same. This is not breaking the heritage or breaking the value of Macanese cuisine. We are trying to protect it in order to continue to be sustainable. If not, it's going to be disappeared in the next years.